back the Van Wezel. I'm Mary Bensel, Executive Director, and I am so excited because today we are announcing all of our new shows. And here I am with our also new co-host, Betsy Bender.
It's just the theme of the year. Everything's new.
Everything's new. Everything's new, and everything's black today,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
Black
We're
and
very
white.
serious and intense.
Some of our staff are even in black and white, you know? They should all be in purple. But
That's
anyway,
true.
but we're announcing a couple of shows that are coming up really, really quickly. One I'm really excited about is Philip Phillips. And he won American Idol. And what are some of his big hits?
Yeah, he won season 11 of American Idol, and Home he's most well known for. He has a new album that just dropped.
Right.
So I think people will recognize him when they hear him.
Well, Raging Fire and Gone, Gone, Gone. And you know, I could sing it for you folks. I know you've written in and requested that, but you know, I'm going to hold back. But that's November 12th. And as we've talked about, we really are trying to diversify here at the Hall. And so Philip Phillips is one for the young people. And you know, we had the American Idol tour here this summer, and there were a lot of older people in the audience too. So American Idol draws all ages. And then we're adding one of the, they call her the Celine Dion of country music, Martina McBride.
Yes, yeah.
I adore her, don't you?
Yeah, she's coming up really quickly.
October 16th.
October 16th. She's gorgeous, has a gorgeous voice. I think
and we had to work
really
really hard to get Martina, so get out and get your tickets right now. And then we come into a bunch of holiday shows, and these are the new shows we're announcing today. Mannheim Steamroller is back. They sort of come every other year, and they are a fantastic new age. They have the most new age Christmas music. They're the #1 Christmas artists, and they're here November 19th.
Okay.
Next up, Dave Koz.
Dave Koz and Friends. Don't forget the Friends.
Yeah, and he has good friends.
He has really good friends.
I must say his friends are a little more talented than my friends.
Yeah, Jonathan Butler, Christopher Cross, Miza. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly
I know,
either.
and I couldn't help you. You know, then Jonathan Butler is always the huge hit here, but I'm excited about Chris Cross because, you know, he did the Arthur's theme and a whole bunch of them. Then we come back with one of our favorites here, Kenny Rogers, but he's mostly been here for his hit show, and now he's coming with his Christmas show, and he does a lot of great Christmas shows, and he has a guest, Linda, is it Linda Davis?
Linda Davis, who, little fun fact, she used to sing jingles, like the KFC jingle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she actually toured with Reba McEntire.
And isn't she got a famous daughter?
That's what I hear. I haven't been able to verify that
But I hear she has a very
but
famous daughter. We'll let you know about that when we talk more about it. Then we have, of course, always for the kids at the holidays, Cirque Peking, which these are the national acrobats of the People's Republic of China. That's December 4th. And I can tell you, having been to China, they are fantastic. And then Colors of Christmas. This is a show I did many years ago, and it's coming back, and it has a terrific lineup.
Colors of Christmas, Peebo Bryson, who's a favorite of people. Jennifer Holliday, Taylor Dane, and another American Idol. It's Ruben Stutter.
You know, he's a big guy, so you better get that name right.
Yeah, stuttering over his name, apparently.
And then we have a fun show. We have Bowser coming. And of course, Bowser's famous from Sha Na Na.
Oh, yeah. That's back to my childhood.
Yeah, me too.
Those old Happy Days, Sha Na Na.
Oh, boy. Well, I think it was more my teens if it was your childhood. But also, one of my heartthrobs, Peter Noon from Herman's Hermits.
Okay.
You know, Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter, and all those songs, and Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. And it's going to be a great, fun Christmas party.
And
absolutely
lighthearted.
And then, of course, we have Christmas Carol coming. That's December 21, and Bowser's December 16th. And then for the kids, and also for me,
I'm
Jungle Jack Hanna is coming back, and he's coming on December 28th. He brings all the animals, everybody. Last time we had him here several years ago, it was an amazing show, just fantastic.
That's going to be one of my favorites. I'm looking forward to it.
I tell you. And then one of the most beautiful women in the world is coming, Vanessa Williams.
Yeah.
And I have seen Vanessa Williams in Kiss of the Spider Woman, Into the Woods, so many Broadway shows. But of course, she also was one of those voices of Disney singing a lot of their themes. You know, The Colors of the Wind is one of my favorite hits.
Yeah, I didn't know she sang that.
Oh, yeah, she sang that and many others. And also, she's been on 66 Park Avenue and Ugly Betty. But she's originally, she was a Miss America. I mean, she's had an amazing career, and she'll be here on January the 2nd. And then It's actually the 45th anniversary day, and we're having Menopause,
Yeah, no,
the
I'm not
musical.
going to comment on that.
We're just going to move
alone.
on. That's January 5th. That's our anniversary date. Followed the next day by the Beach Boys.
There you go. You got to lighten it up after something like that.
And of course, they're really the Beach Men, but they're the Beach
That's
Boys,
okay.
and January 6th. And then a new comedian we've never had here, Bill Engvall. And of course, many of you who aren't, out there seeing the comedy tours saw him on Dancing with the Stars.
He was such a crowd favorite on that.
Wasn't he a crowd
like
favorite?
Such a nice man, and just
amazing.
So hard.
January 9th, he's won Grammys. He was one of the the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, so he's amazingly popular. Then Foreigner. I mean, I feel like Foreigner sang, most of the hits.
Everything.
Yeah, they sang everything. Let's see. Cold as Ice, Urgent, Hot Blooded, Feels Like the First Time, I Want to Know What Love Feels.
Jukebox Hero.
There you go.
My personal favorite.
January 12th. And so Foreigner will be here rocking out, as will Betsy and I, so please come down.
Absolutely.
And then one of the guys who wrote the other half of the music, Michael Bolton, is coming on January 21, and all the love songs. And I must say, Betsy, I can remember when he had the long flowing hair and he would play in arenas and, just be heartstruck.
But don't forget the Bronx Wanderers.
Oh, yeah.
In between those two. That should be, as East
tell me
Coast
about the
girls,
Bronx.
we should be very excited about that. Music 50s, 60s, 70s, so if
I think it's a family, and they've been up at Ruth Eckerd Hall, and it's people's favorite.
Yeah.
But they're new here to Van
Here in
Wezel.
New York, Boardwalk
And what days
music.
are the Bronx Wanderers here?
They'll be here January 18th.
So we've got a really jam-packed, and these are just the new shows we're announcing. And then we're bringing back ABBA's tribute show, which every year, total sellout. So that is on January 22nd. And then someone else to lighten up our lives in January, Kathleen Madigan.
Yeah, who I'm not overly familiar with. Apparently she has an amazing record as a comedian. This is her premiere.
I've seen her on TV, and she's just hysterical.
Yeah. So we have great lineup of comedians.
Well, last year I thought we'd done every comedian on the planet, and apparently not. Yeah. So, and then a show that was here once before, and we've done a lot of Elvis shows here at the Van Wezel, but this is the best. This is Elvis Lives, and they have, it is amazing, and that is January 27th, followed by on January 28th, a group that was supposed to be here last year, and they didn't make it. Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis will be here this year. They sing Wedding Bell Blues.
Awesome.
I mean, I can remember from high school singing Bill, because he was my high school gym teacher, and we were all in love with him at the time. It's very sad.
I think we missed one other one, though. Who's probably another favorite of yours, Frankie Valli.
Yeah. Well, we can always add them as we go.
Yep, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, January 27th.
They're Frankie Valli's kind of well known, and he's coming here as the original Jersey Boys, because later in the year, as we know, coming up is the Jersey Boys.
Yeah, so
and
it's a
Frankie's
theme.
been here, this will be his 4th year. Every show is sold out. But anyway,
amazing.
Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis, fantastic. And then we have the Golden Boys, which has Frankie Avalon, Fabian, Bobby Rydell. We're running out of time on this, so I'm just going to flip through some more of the shows. We have the Piano Guys coming on February 7th, which they are a fantastic internet sensation. The Duke Ellington Orchestra on February 9th. Irving Mayfield and the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra, Sinatra's Centennial, starring Michael Feinstein on February the 14th. And that's going to be wonderful because Michael was chosen by the Old Blue Eyes to represent him.
Great
Garrison
Valentine's Day.
Keillor on February 19th. The Piano Men, starring Jim Witter, on February 24th. Paul Anka, March 2nd. Three Dog Night, March 9th. Manhattan Transfer, I'm going as fast as I can, March 18th. Audra McDonald, my favorite, March 22nd. Jackie Ivanko coming back to Sarasota after being a huge hit at the Ringling on March 24th. Cesar Millan, who will teach my dog how to behave maybe once and for all.
You can hope.
March 26th, The Temps and the Tops. In April 3rd, Boz Scaggs. We will have to talk about Boz Scaggs later. Another favorite, Johnny Mathis. April 12th, Chris Bodie. April 17th, Robert Irvine, a chef that's new to the Van Wezel.
Awesome.
And I just saw his TV show. That'll be incredible. Roberta Flack, which of course for us of my age, her songs were the songs we fell in love to. Celtic Woman performing their 10th anniversary. And just to make us laugh at the end of the year, Kathy Griffin.
There you go.
And then how do we buy tickets?
You can go to our box office. You can go online, vanwezel.org. Or you can give us a call.
953-3368. And thank you for joining us. And when we come back, we're going to have someone who's very special to the arts here in Sarasota.
Great.
Make sure you're watering your lawn on the proper day. In the city of Sarasota, residents with an odd house number, those ending with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, are allowed to irrigate on Thursdays. Residents with an even house number, 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, can water on Tuesdays. For more information, call the City of Sarasota Public Works Department at 955-2325 or visit sarasotagov.com.
And welcome back to At the Van Wezel. Today I have with us one of my dearest friends and one of the dearest friends to the arts, Jim Shirley, who's the Executive Director of the Arts and Cultural Alliance of Sarasota. Welcome, Jim.
Well, Mary, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're thrilled because Jim really is the representative for all of us, because even while all of us have our own PR departments and things like that, the arts have to stand together, and so we're so grateful that you're our spokesperson, Jim.
Well, thank you, Mary. And it really is important that we do that, because you say all of you, all the people that run our arts venues or run our cultural organizations are busy doing exactly that.
Yep.
And it's important that we have somebody out there representing us when decisions are being made or topics are being discussed that will impact all of us, but we can't always be there.
We can't always be there.
Yeah.
Give us a little snapshot of what the Arts Alliance does and its history, if you will.
Well, thank you. The Arts Alliance, many people now know us as the Arts Council, which we were in the beginning.
I say that all the time.
And that's just fine. We actually changed our name from the Arts Council to the Arts Alliance about 5 years ago to really acknowledge the fact that in addition to the arts organizations, we represent all of the cultural organizations in the county, from the museums to the aquariums to the gardens, whatever it may be. It's that alliance of people that believe that culture and the arts are important to any community. And really what we do, what the Arts Alliance does, is we're the umbrella organization for all of the arts. We have such a wonderful performing arts community in Sarasota, the Van Wezel and the opera, the ballet, the symphony, but we also have thousands of individual artists, painters,
So many,
sculptors,
don't we,
actors,
in Sarasota?
all kinds of people, and it's really important that we have an organization that can interrelate with all of those parts and pieces. But we also do a lot of work with the school system to make sure that the arts are always available in our schools.
Don't we have an education, isn't there an education special counsel?
Absolutely. We have a task force called the Arts Education Task Force, which has been here for about 30 years now.
Wow.
Run by Nancy Rucker, who so many people in town know. But
she's our saint and angel.
That organization really has taken on the role of being the advocacy organization for all of us to make sure that when school cuts have to happen, that the arts are not cut disproportionately to everything else. So we do a lot of work with that. We've worked with the school system in developing all kinds of programming to make it easy for every young person in our community to have the arts as a part of the core composition of their education.
Now, one of the reasons you're here today is to talk about the Arts Awards ceremony that we have had here at the Van Wezel, I guess, for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. And it's very near and dear to us, and it's coming up very shortly in October. Can you tell us, Jim, what kind of awards are given out? What's the evening programming? Do they buy tickets? What is the whole story?
Well, it's a good question. And really what this whole program is about, Mary, is a celebration of the arts in Sarasota. We think of the performing arts halls, we think of the venues that we have, but really what makes the arts work are individuals. Mm-hmm. People that are involved in producing art, our artistic directors, our volunteers, who none of us could do without, the philanthropists.
We have 500.
Absolutely, And what this is kind of the Academy Awards, if you will, of the arts in Sarasota. And it's a night for the entire community to celebrate. We are so thankful that the Van Wezel allows us to have it here for the last few years.
Well, we're honored to have it here, Jim.
Well, and we're glad you do, because it's free and open to the public.
That is great. Folks, hear that. Free. This is a performance as well as awards.
That's right.
Free.
This year we will have, it's a great way for people to sample the arts here. This year we're going to have performances by the Sarasota Ballet, the Sarasota Orchestra, and the West Coast Black Theater Troupe.
That's an incredible lineup.
Yeah, in addition to the awards and the various recognitions that take place. So we want our community to be involved in celebrating the facts that we have the arts here. So I want everybody to plan on coming. It's going to be on Monday night, October 20th, here at the Van Wezel. The program will start at 7 o'clock p.m. Last year, we were nearly a packed house, so you don't
We
want to
were.
wait
It
and
was
come
great.
late. Yeah. So we would love for everyone in the community to come and get a chance to see a lot more about the arts, learn who make the arts happen out there, and be a part of this celebration for the whole community.
I think it's a wonderful experience, and we're thrilled to have it here. But one thing I also want to focus on, people think of the arts as the creative, singing, acting, dancing, as you said, the museums, the aquarium, but the arts is a business too, and we are one of the biggest businesses in Sarasota County. Can you explain to folks what our strength is together and how much we bring in economic development to this county?
Well, I can, and you know, Sarasota has often been called the cultural coast of Florida, or the arts capital of Florida, with real justification. And when you look at what makes a community grow, what makes it build, you know, it's infrastructure, it's people. A lot of people don't understand that if we took our nonprofit arts and cultural organizations as a group, we employ over 5,000 people in the arts in Sarasota County.
Are we like the 5th largest?
We would probably be the single largest. I mean,
oh, really?
You know,
That's great.
That's more people than work for Sarasota County. That's more people than work for the hospital.
Right.
But we certainly are among the top 3 employers in the county. And when you think about that, when you think about it, all of those people, they may not always be the actor on the stage. They may be the stage hand, the lighting technician, the plumber. They may be any of those things, but they have families, they attend our schools, they buy houses, they buy groceries. And as a matter of fact, the nonprofit arts and cultural organizations alone spend over $200 million a year buying goods and services from other businesses in Sarasota County.
Absolutely, and we also account for people going out at night, eating in our restaurants, and being a world-class destination, which brings in, you know, arts tourism. So it's so important.
Well, it's really one of the big differences. I think one of the huge differences that you see in Sarasota compared to other communities of this size, or actually of any size, is the quality of the arts that we have here. And that really drives us as a cultural destination, which is really important because statistically we know that a cultural tourist spends a lot more money when they come to town.
Spends more money.
That's right.
And then, you know, they get to enjoy our beautiful beaches in the daytime.
Absolutely.
You know, Jim, we're running out of time, but I do want you to give a chance to tell people how can they become a member of the Arts Alliance, because we have individual members as well as corporate, as well as I'm a member of the Arts Board, and so how could somebody join the Arts Alliance and help us in our work?
Well, thank you for that question because it's important. We would like to see every citizen of Sarasota County be a member of the Alliance because as the chief advocate for the arts here, having numbers of people that we represent is very important. If I sit down with our local politicians or representatives and say, I think this, it means that. But if I say I and my 6,000 members who happen to be voters think this, and that's why it's important. So it's very easy. All you have to do, you can go online to www.sarasotaarts.org, or you can call our offices at 941-365-5118, and we can get you signed up right away. Memberships range from as low as $50 a year to as high as you would like to contribute to make your voice heard for the arts. And that's what you're really doing when you join the Arts and Cultural Alliance, is you're saying, I believe that the arts are important, and we believe that the work that this organization does in representing all of arts and culture in Sarasota County is important, and we want to support it. And that's what you're really doing. You're supporting the arts.
Well, now you see, folks, why we're so grateful to have Jim Shirley with us and to support the arts. And Jim, thank you for coming here today. And I will see you, well, I'll see you at a board meeting, but I'll see you on the 20th.
October 20th, for sure. And we hope we see everybody out there to come and get a chance to taste this great community that we have.
And we'll be back in a minute with At the Van Wezel.
The State Street parking lot may be closed, but downtown businesses are still open with plenty of parking opportunities. Looking to enjoy all that Main Street has to offer? Make a dash for the Whole Foods parking garage with plenty of upper deck covered parking. Taking a stroll down Palm Avenue? Then look no further than the Palm Avenue parking garage, offering clean and well-lit spaces. Park a couple hours or the whole day. And don't forget the numerous on-street spaces close to all the things you enjoy. So park smart, park happy, Sarasota.
Well, Welcome back, everyone. Aren't we lucky to have Jim Shirley here?
He is amazing. I hadn't met him before, but such a passionate advocate for the arts.
He is, and you know, he's a very good spokesman for the arts, and also he used to work for Sailor Circus, and he's lived in Sarasota a long time. But we need someone like that to speak for all of us.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's important that we have our own identity, but together we are very important in the arts here in Sarasota. So, but we're going to talk about some of the shows that are already on sale. Now, some of these shows in October and November are already on sale. However, the Broadway shows have been on sale for subscription, but on September 13th, which is our big on sale day, they are all going on sale for single tickets as well. So, and we probably should have said that at the beginning. September 13th is our on sale, and 14th and 15th, and you could buy tickets online, come to the box office. You know, normally at box office, you know, I'll entertain and sing, so people like to call on the phone instead.
Awesome.
No. And, you know, we try to have a radio station here and some breakfast, and we have chairs for people waiting in line. And because we have every operator busy, and then we have a phone, you know, as we said, 953-3368, or you can do it online right away. So with so many shows going on sale at once, it's really, really busy. And of course, the brochure that you and your predecessor did so brilliantly is online and downloadable. So we're talking about the first shows of the season. First is, and I won't be here, Peter Frampton.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Atlanta at a booking conference for the next year. But
That's
Peter
we'll
Frampton,
rock out for you.
Yeah, you'll rock out for me.
It's okay.
Peter Frampton, I will never forget the first time I saw him with all that gorgeous hair. And
You with the hair, it's a theme.
It is a theme. You know, I think I'm Cher in my other life, but I'm in You, Do You Feel Like We Do? And we mentioned Martina McBride. I'm so excited about her coming October 16th. Then October 17th, somebody I've been watching on television right now, Lyle Lovett. Lyle Lovett has this great fusion of music. But he's also a performer. He's on the bridge right now. And I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, he's an amazing voice.
Married Julia Roberts. I mean, you know.
For that minute.
For that minute, yes. But he's October 17th. And then one of the comedians I love the most, Bill Maher, is going to be here on October 26th. And folks, if you want tickets to see Bill Maher, get them fast.
Yeah, those are going really, really quickly, and he's hysterical.
Have you ever seen Capitol Steps?
I have not, but everybody around the office has been buzzing, especially with all the politics going on.
With all the politics, November 1st, and they always have hilarious, these are ex-people from the House and the Senate staffers, and they have really, like, you know, last time they did a hilarious thing on Obamacare, and, you know, Obama Mia and all sorts of things. And then Susan Boyle has surprisingly the hugest hit. I mean, there are very few tickets, so call now. And she's here on November 5th, and of course, Susan Boyle made such history, you know, by singing, you know,
I Dream a Dream.
A Dream to Dream,
on Britain's Got Talent. That was her breakthrough. And this is her debut tour in the US.
It's her debut tour.
Yeah, this was a great
we have the best sales of anywhere in the country.
There you go.
There you go. Now, of course, we switched to something totally different. Evil Dead, the musical.
Oh, no. If you really need to get your camp and all your aggressions out, I think that is the place to do it.
Yeah, and sit in the first 3 rows. November the 18th. And then Celtic Thunder has been here and sells out all the time. This is their first time they're coming with an enormous symphony orchestra behind them, so it should be special. And it's also, for us, the first Christmas show they've ever done, November 20th. And then, So You Think You Can Dance. Do you watch that show every week?
I have not so much.
Oh,
but
shame on you, Betsy.
I know I can't dance. So we'll see that during Peter Frampton.
Well, okay, but you know, I wouldn't exactly call myself a ballerina, but you know, I love these shows. And that's November 21. And then we also have Camelot. And you know, Camelot's an older Broadway show, but I've seen the artwork for this, and it gives Game of Thrones a run.
It really does.
With the Lancelot they have cast.
And that's an amazingly popular
stunning. Oh yeah, Camelot's doing really well. Then we switch to December, and we have Smokey Joe's Cafe, and that's a great Broadway show. I saw it before, but this one is better because it has the coasters in the show, and that's December 3rd. And that show's selling really well. And then Cincinnati Pops is coming with my favorite Broadway leading man, Brian Stokes Mitchell. Then Diana Krall, tell me a little bit about her new album.
You know, she is a 5-time Grammy Award winner, very popular in this area as well as the country jazz singer. You know, I think people really embrace her. When I first moved here about a month ago, that was one of the first performers that people asked about.
So you're a long-time resident.
Yeah, I've been here a month, so yeah. I'm very knowledgeable about this.
But this is her Wallflower tour, and she covers a lot of things like the Eagles and the Beatles and things she doesn't normally do. And then we have Guys and Dolls. What do you like about Guys and Dolls?
Well, love
Almost
being a
everything.
lady tonight.
Yes.
I mean, what's not to love?
I know, and that's December 30th.
Yep.
What about January?
Okay, January, we have a lot going on there. So get back from your holidays early. Salute to Vienna, New Year's concert on January 3rd.
That's great, every year.
Okay, and then we go to Sister Act, again, with the popular
Broadway.
movie that it was based on.
With Whoopi Goldberg, and sadly Whoopi's not going to be with us, but we're going to have a just as talented actress.
You wouldn't know just watching the performance. The St. Petersburg State Symphony. I have not heard them before.
Oh, they are one of the oldest orchestras in Russia, and they are phenomenal. There's another orchestra that has a variation on their name. This is the real one, folks, and that is on January 8th.
January 8th.
And then we have Ballroom with a Twist on January 29th, and I'm hearing there's going to be some incredible Dancing with the Stars people in that show.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll talk about it a little closer
Yes,
to the
we
event.
will.
Oh, and now I'm not going to pronounce this well. I'm going to give it a go, though. On February 4th, Les Ballet Trocadero.
Ballet Trocadero,
There we
which
go.
is men in tights, men
No,
on
no.
point.
You know, that's all I needed to know. We're
No,
just
they
go.
are-
Buy tickets.
They are so funny. And then Neil Berg, and I have to apologize, I have a cough drop in my mouth, you know. Betsy has, you know, I'm allergic to Betsy.
Yeah, that's
and
why
so,
we're moving further and further away.
but we have Neil Berg coming back, and his parents live here, and they're a huge hit every year, and it's 106 years of Broadway. And then we have the Boston Pops with Keith Lockhart, and they're doing the best of the Boston Pops this
okay.
year.
On February 6th. Is that correct? Okay.
And next up is the Time Jumpers. What's special about the Time Jumpers,
Well, on
Miss
February
Betsy?
8th, there's a lot special about them. I'm going to leave the best, or maybe not the best, but the most well-known for last. We have Dawn Sears, Kenny Sears, Ranger Doug Green, and Vince Gill.
And folks, you've got to see this. This is a gem of a show. On a night in Nashville last year, I went, and every Monday night in Nashville, Vince Gill, when he's not on tour, plays and jams with this band, and they're just fantastic. So if you like Vince and you like country music, come out to see the Time Jumpers. And then we go to another Broadway show, Peter and the Starcatcher, which I saw, and it won some Broadway Tonys, and it was incredible, and that's February 12th. And Peter and the Starcatcher is sort of a precursor to Peter Pan.
Okay. So that'll be familiar to a lot of people once they actually watch the show if
Absolutely.
they haven't seen it before. Awesome.
And next we have,
Dancing with the Pros Live on February 16th.
now what is different with this one? You know what is different? You're going to be able to vote for the couple that you like. We're going to have a special electronics, and if I could say her name right, I'll try. Karina Smirnoff.
Very good.
Thank you. From Dancing with the Stars will be here, and the host of that show is Alan Thicke. And then we have one of Sarasota's most favorite, Alvin Ailey, will be here on February 17th. And then I'm getting the sign that we have to rush again.
Start the clocks now.
Start the clock. We have the Russian National Ballet doing all sorts of pas de deux from Sleeping Beauty and Swan Lake and Dying Swan. And that's on March 3rd. Jekyll and Hyde, March 5th. The big show of the year, the big show, Jersey Boys.
This is the one everybody's
The
talking
Tony
about.
Award-winning mega hit. It's here for an entire week, March 11th to the 15th.
8 performances.
8 performances. Get your tickets.
Yep.
You don't want to miss this. This is the most asked for show we've ever done here. Anything Goes, March 16th. The famous, incomparable Itzhak Perlman here on March 21. We have Audra McDonald here, my favorite. I could go on for, and we don't have any time, so she's on March 22nd. Flashdance, another musical with the water, folks. The water will be here. Just a quick thing.
2 performances of that?
2 performances, April 1 and 2. And when they first debuted this, they did the water, and the water knocked the poor actress off the stage, and she fell down.
So you never know what's
So
going
we
to
have
happen.
a little less
Live
water,
theater.
you know. Then we have Memphis on April 4th. Rain, the Beatles tribute with
That'll be amazing.
amazing. The 23rd, and then Kathy Griffin's Laughter. And then we have one last Friday Fest.
We do.
Tell us about that.
Well, it's with Adrian Wright, so you can all get on your cowboy boots and kick up your heels. He does a little bit of classic rock as well as the country, so I think it'll be great. Come on out here if you haven't come before. Just have a good time.
We are so excited today to have been able to announce our 14th, 15th season. I will tell you there are at least 3 or 4 huge concerts that we've still yet to be announced, and one of them will be our 45th anniversary concert and our gala. And I'm so glad to welcome you back to At the Van Wezel.